Mushroom doesn't take that long to cook. Please click on the red button that says subscribe and click on the bell button also, so you will be notified as soon as I post new videos. Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. You're watching Indian Cooking with Sugandhi. Today I'm going to prepare vegetarian egg noodles with gravy. I'm using thin egg noodles. Usually it comes in a packed packet. You just open it up and then loosen the noodles before you boil them. I'm using this vegetable. It's used by Chinese a lot. It's called Bok Choi. It looks like this. You separate the leaves and wash them really well. I will be using these three sauces: soy sauce, oyster sauce, and fish sauce. Red bell pepper and some mushrooms. I'm using baby bella mushroom, small portabella mushroom. It looks like this and it takes a little longer to cook. You might have to add a little bit water to cook, but it has a lot of health benefits. It really strengthens your immune system. Ginger, garlic, and some tomato also I use, and onion, and some cornstarch. For the list of ingredients, please go to the description. If you're using the dried portabella mushroom, you have to soak it in hot water before slicing it. Here actually I'm boiling it, so it will make the cooking faster. Boil it and then slice it and put it aside. Next we're going to make the gravy for the noodles. We have the cornstarch in the bowl. Add some soy sauce. Next add some oyster sauce. Add about 1 tablespoon full of oyster sauce. It's kind of thick consistency, so you have to mix it really well. And then add 1 or 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. And mix them all well, and you can add some chili sauce also. This is homemade chili sauce, fresh green chilies, and I use the red chilies, and garlic. Grind them, and I mixed it with oil and keep them in the fridge. So whenever I cook Chinese food, I use the sauce. And add some water and mix really well. The cornstarch will get clumped up in the bottom. So you really have to mix it with a spoon until everything mixes very well and becomes like a sauce. And you add that sauce to the boiling water. You have to keep stirring it to avoid this the cornstarch becoming clumpy. Okay, keep stirring it. You can see the color changes. And on the side, what you can do, mash some garlics, nicely mash them, and add the garlic to the sauce and cook them really well. You have to make sure the cornstarch is really cooked well, otherwise it won't taste good and it's not good for your stomach. So grind the garlic, just mash it. I use the stone grinder, so mash it and add just a few slices of fresh ginger also. Add it to the garlic and nicely crush it. And then add that mixture to the sauce already boiling, the gravy I should say, that's boiling. And this is the gravy we are going to use for the noodle. As the cornstarch gets cooked, the gravy will become thick and become like a paste. So you have to add some water and make it like liquidy. Okay, cook it well and then you can put it away until we use it in the end. Next, we're going to boil the noodles. The water is heating up. It's almost going to boil. And I'm going to add salt, and I'm going to add a few tablespoons of oil also to the water. And then let the water nicely boil. You can see the bubbles coming up from the bottom. And then you add the noodles and make sure the noodles all separate. It's not clumped up. And keep stirring it. And the noodles doesn't take too long to cook. And then drain the noodles and put it aside. Let's cook the vegetable next. Heat about 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil in a non-stick pan and add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of mashed garlic. Don't let it burn. Keep stirring it and then add 1 whole chopped onion. fry it for a minute and then add about half a tomato. Cook it really well until the tomato is nice and soft. And then add the sliced red bell pepper. Stir it well and cook it for a minute. Next, add the greens. Add the bok choy. It's nicely washed and kept. Add them to the mixture and mix it well. Next, the soy sauce. Add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of soy sauce to the greens and stir it well. Cook the greens for about a minute. You don't want to cook the greens for too long, just halfway cook it, and then transfer the whole thing into a dish. Next, we're going to slightly fry the noodle. Heat about 4-5 tablespoons of oil and add 2 tablespoons of mashed garlic. And just stir fry it, don't let it burn. And then add the boiled and sliced portabella mushrooms and just fry it for about 2 to 3 minutes before adding the noodles. After the mushroom is nicely fried, add the noodles, the boiled cooked noodles, and stir fry it really well for about 5 minutes. After you fry the noodles and after all the moisture is gone from the noodles, you add the sauteed vegetables and mix them all together really well. Next, at the end, you're going to pour the gravy on top of the noodles and mix it all together. As soon as you mix the gravy and the noodles, everything together, transfer it onto a dish quickly to stop further cooking. Vegetarian egg noodles is ready. You can also saute your choice of meat or shrimp and add it to this, or some tofu. This kind of noodles with gravy tastes the best if you eat it right away. Mix the gravy to the noodles just before you serve. If you want to serve it for the next day, do not mix the gravy with all the noodles. Save some noodles and the gravy separately and mix them together just before you serve the noodles. I hope you like the show, and I will be back soon with another easy and interesting recipe for you. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.